Hey guys, so here's electric scooter client brought me. It's the battery's completely dead. It's not charging. It's not powering up. So let's see what's going on. So I'm gonna open up the deck. So there are a bunch of screws on top. So I'm gonna remove those and see if this pops up, so I can get the battery out and see what's going on. So there are these screws, Allen head. So I'm gonna remove all those. This pole is for the seat, so I think this one goes up and down. So let's remove everything and see what's inside. So I removed the deck, all the screws. So that's how it is. So client said somebody already tried to work on it. That's why I can see some of the wires are broken. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fix that, but our job is for the battery. So we're gonna bring the battery out and see what's going on with the voltages and the rest of it. But if things don't work out in terms of lighting or any other, that's technically not our problem. We're just gonna work on the battery. So on the battery, this one is 60 volts, 30 amps, and it charges to 67.2 volts, which is a typical 60 volt scooter. So let's get the battery out and see what's going on. So battery is showing 50.8. I put it to the terminal, XT60 connector 50.8, which is pretty low. It's like 5% left. So battery dies at 48 volts. So the nominal is 60 volts. So that's pretty low. So I'm gonna try to charge it and see if I may have to do capacity test first and then see what's going on before I open it. Okay, I tried to charge the battery. It's not charging at all. It's not taking a charge whatsoever. I tried my normal adapter, the lithium adapter. I also tried it with the power supply. It's not taking any voltage. That means BMS stopping it, because one of the cell is probably below 3 volts. I mean, one of the cell series. So let's open it up and see which one it is and why it is. If there's a rust or any leakage, or it's just one or two series of cells are way too drained for BMS to take any voltage. So here's how it is after I open the top. So here's the BMS. Here are the balancing leads. There's the main negative, and I think these ones are going to the motor. So I'm gonna take this off the balancing leads and check the voltages of each cell through my balancer and see what is causing an issue. So this one, the BMS is, oh come on, if I can, actually let's do it this way. So this looks like what, 16S 70 amps. So it's just not that big of a BMS, best way BMS. So usually they're like 100 amps, but this is 70 amps. And the scooter is dual motor. I don't know how many watts of I think it's like 1,000 watts each. So it's a 2,000 watt motor combined. So 70 amps, yeah, it's more than enough. But usually 100 amps would have been easier, so BMS wouldn't get too hot to working on full capacity. But anyway, let's take the balancing leads off and check the voltages. Okay, so after I put it on the balance machine, it showed number 16 is showing 0 volts. So if I do number 15, you'll see it on the voltmeter up front. It's showing 3.6. And if I do number 16, it's showing -1. So it's showing reverse polarity, which is weird. I don't think I've had that before. So if I do 15, showing correct polarity, so negative is on the left side, positive is on the right side. I'll do number 14. It will show 3.72. So number 15 back again, showing 3.63. And I do last number 16. It's showing negative 1.1, which is weird. Okay, so that's new. So let's open the battery and see what's going on. I don't think I've had that one before. So this is the main negative right there. So I'm guessing it's going somewhere like this, and the main positive is somewhere here. Either it's going like, no, it can't be going like this. I'm guessing it's going like this. And because I'm just gonna follow these red wires, and they're underneath this. So I'm gonna just open this area up and see what's going on. So what I noticed, these two cells are, I wouldn't say rust, but there is something wrong. See the fish paper green? These ones are brown for whatever reason. These three actually, I would say, and this one is like partial. And I checked the polarity, still showing negative for whatever reason. So I'm guessing they heated up, and the positive and negative, they're very close together. They kind of made connection when it got heated up, and now the cell's just kind of damaged, and now it's showing all wrong polarity. So these ones are 21700 cells. These are normal lithium ion. But yeah, that is a little concerning. So I'm gonna just remove it from the whole shell and just get the voltage of this series alone, even though I'm doing it from the wires, but I'm just gonna do it direct from the battery terminal. Then what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna cut out these, leaving the negative connected, and I'm gonna cut out the strip and see which one is giving negative polarity or reverse polarity. So if this one is fine, these three probably just, or four, making a problem. Eventually I may have to change all of these, but yeah, the color is to see they all, so the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 they're all positive there, so they're all in parallel. So these 7 should have the same color, right? So these two green, this is whatever color, right? And this is partial, and this is green again. So I'm guessing something happened to these 3 cells that's causing this issue. So let's remove it from this case and put it on the side and get the voltages, and then after that I'll remove the strip, the top strip, and get the voltage of each cell. Okay, so I opened up, removed all the strips, so all these cells are now individual. So this is positive, this is negative. So if I put the negative terminal there and I put a positive here on a single cell, showing negative 5.4. If I do the other way, it's showing positive 5.4, which is weird, right? Because the cell is dead. It's just acting all weird. So same thing on this. They're all negative. They're all wrong polarity now. And these ones, I found these 3 really rusted, and I don't think it's even showing any voltage anymore. So this one is showing anything. This one is showing negative 1.7, negative 0.3 or 2, whatever. Nothing, and pretty much nothing. So all these cells have to be replaced. So let's remove all of them and replace them. So as I showed earlier, these cells are 21700, and which one I think is 4000 milliamp each. So 40 P3, I don't know what P3 is, must be their code, LXD company. So with 44,000, so if they're 4,000, so this they only have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 cells in series. So that is not 30 amp hour, that is 28 amp hour. So they mislabeled the pack. So it's 28 amp hour and 60 volts. This if it's 4,000, 8,000, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So that's 28 amp hour battery, not 30. So, but that's is expected from, you know, Chinese manufacturers. They do put wrong labels all the time. Yeah. So after removing the strip, I'm just gonna replace those cells. So easy way to remove it is actually on the, you see these small tabs. I removed some of them, of course. So that's how it was, right? So here, so 4 tabs, they're holding the cell on both sides. So I just need to remove these 4 from one side only, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to push the cell from underneath, and this one is going to pop out. So all I'm doing is just taking this miniature screwdriver, and then I'm just removing these, and they just fly all over the place. Unless you just put your hand on it. So there, see? So this one just cuts off easily. So you do all 4 for each cell, and then just push it out from the other side, and it just comes out the cell. So that's how you remove the cells without making too much damage. And for the replacement, I don't have exact this LXD company cell, so I have Samsung cells. So I'm going to use those. These are also 4,000 milliamp hour high discharge. So I'm just going to use those instead, because I know, of course, these are like some Chinese cell. So that's all I got. Okay, so I removed those tabs, plastic tabs. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my clipper and I'm just gonna bang here, and it's just on the other side, it's gonna come out. So it's just better if I hold it from with one hand. Let's see if I can do it with one, because I do have a tripod, but it's a little far. Yeah, man. There. Okay, let's put it on the tripod. There. Easy. See, it comes out. So this time, the wrapping got stuck, so you just have to cut it out. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just cut this out with the razor, and it will just make more space. See? Yeah, the cell is destroyed anyway, so it doesn't matter. But that's easy. Oh, this one I didn't even have to tap. So here's, I'm just spot welding the strip, negative, then I'm going to connect these two, and then I'm going to turn over and I'm going to do positive. So very straightforward, done thousands of times. Okay, so here's, I've done a little differently what I usually do. I usually do the spot weld and then, the strip and then get it over with. This time I used the copper wire and I soldered it on top. I didn't do it on the cell because that would have been a little, because the cell, they don't like heat. So I did it on top of the nickel plate. The reason is because the battery needs to put out 2000 plus watts. So I just want to make sure those strips, they, if they're able to deliver that much. On those ones, they are back to back, like if they're 7 cells, so there are 7 strips and across. On this side there was only 1, so so I just wanted to make sure that enough current would pass through without heating it up. So even when I removed the original strip, there were 2 of them. So just to be on the safe side, I just soldered big, thick, I think it's a 8 gauge, 10 gauge pure copper wire, and I soldered it just to make it safe. You don't have to do that, but if you can do like double strip or triple strip, that would do the same thing. But I just did this way for this time. So now I'm gonna check the voltages through that balancing wire, balance the cells, charge it, and then do a capacity test. So here's the final result. So I charged like 20% of the battery. Apparently it runs with the remote. So turn it on. And then I guess you have to press this. So it's gear 3. And if I do the throttle, yeah, it runs. Okay, as the battery is pretty low, so I'm gonna try running the, yeah, both wheels running. So it's all working, and I'm just gonna wrap it up.